Hi friends, welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. My name is Shay and you can find me on most social media platforms at She's Basically. I really just wanted to come on real quick today because I have really been grappling with this whole idea of being an official influencer. I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous. I know there's some people out in the world that can relate to me. So that's why I'm even bringing this to the table. But when I say it out loud, it honestly sounds ridiculous. But just for me personally, I've always, it's not even to toot my own horn, but I've always been naturally influential. Not in a Mother Teresa way, not even in an Oprah way, but people seek out my opinion. They ask me for feedback on things. They ask me to assist them with things. I share a lot of information willingly. So all of that combined together just makes a soup of me being naturally influential. It's not even no cocky, crazy, nothing. I can't explain it. Those who know. People trust my opinion and they seek it out. So to me, that qualifies me to say that I'm naturally influential. But again, not on if I die, they'll make a statue out of me type way. Just a couple people make a little Instagram post showing me a little love because I impacted their life a little bit. I know that sounds very dark, but I have a little dark humor. But anyways, with all that craziness being said, I have really been grappling with taking influencing more serious. One, because I'm already a struggling entrepreneur trying to take my own business more serious, which is very hard to do. And it's very easy for me to personally get in slumps because I do experience anxiety and depression at random times. So to add in this other element in the mix that requires me to expose more of myself and be more vulnerable, it's something that I really, really have to consider. But based on the amount of time I spend creating content, whether it be for fun or for smaller brand partnerships, I really have to, just take it more serious and make it more of a consistent thing for my year of 2022. So with that being said, I just think it's so hilarious how every time I get into a slump and I'm overthinking, being depressed, being sad, with reason, without reason, something always knocks on my door and reminds me girl, you got some things to do. You have some tasks to accomplish in life. You really need to take these things seriously and get yourself together. So for me today, I was laying on the couch. It's the day after Christmas. I am batch uploading content. So if you see the sweater a few times, you're just gonna have to see the sweater a few times. Okay. I'm not a fashion blogger. I don't have a bunch of clothes. When I like a sweater, I like it and I'm gonna wear it and I'm gonna batch my content with the same sweater. Okay. But anyways, I'm laying on the couch. And I'm just thinking I need to go into my office and do my content because I know this upcoming week, my son is on vacation from school. He's going to be home. I have all these other obligations. There's not going to be any time for me to I wouldn't even have time to make a 5-second reel. Okay. Because my hair is going to be wrapped up all week. I'm probably going to have a bonnet and a robe on all week. This is not happening. And I'm I got to go get up and do some stuff and batch some content for tonight. And then I'm I don't feel like it. I'm going to turn on Lifetime and watch that Kelly Rowland Christmas movie series where she falls in love with a guy and they get married and have that. That's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. So I'm scrolling, and I see a post from Beyonce's publicist, Yvette Noel Schure. I hope I'm saying her name properly. And she always has the most fun posts. She's just in her closet, in her walk-in closet, being the goat in her walk-in closet, trying clothes on. She has a lot of fun with Ivy Park, and obviously she's Beyonce's publicist, so I'm sure she has everything Ivy Park has ever created. But she's just having fun in her closet, trying on her clothes. But this particular post, she is holding my product, okay? This woman, she's one of my goats. My goats are Yvette Noel Schure, Carlene Roy, Google them if you don't know, but these are the type of women that I look up to. They have fun careers and that have to do with social entertainment, but they're just boss women in their industry and what they do. So anyways, so now I'm just on the couch looking like a couch potato, looking like a bum, getting ready to watch Kelly Rowland fall in love with her landscaper. And here's my product in front of millions of people on Instagram. And it really stuff like that always just punches me. I be knocked out. Debo knocked me the hell out. Okay. That's how it feels. Wow, you're sitting here debating on being productive and it's just ridiculous. So that literally got me up off the couch. Beyonce's publicist is using my notebook for my brand, Paper Standards, shameless plug, paperstandards.com. I need to get up and go be doing something. I need to be working on my business. I need to be working on my influencer goals for 2022. I need to be doing something. Okay. And granted, this is a two-sided coin, because in one sense, yes, be productive, work on your goals, write shit down, get things done, go be active, get outside, do what you need to do. But on the other side, like, we as human beings, we really do need rest. And I personally hate the phrase mental health is real. Like, that phrase makes me cringe, because all types of health are real. Like, your physical health is real, your sexual health is real. Like, it's health, it's not. But what I like to say is, like, your mental wellness is important, not mental health is real. But so on that side of the coin, we need rest. And for those of us that do grapple with just random feelings of sadness that leave you on the couch for weeks at a time, you ain't barely washing your ass, it's hard to get up and do things, even when you are looking. It's like you're literally looking in the mirror at your own potential. I'm looking in the mirror right now. I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I see that there's so much potential for me to do things, but I'm overwhelmed. I'm overthinking, and I have like analysis paralysis because I've overthought everything. And it's just so hard to get going. And I remember last week I put on Instagram, I asked a question like, has anyone else lost their mojo? And I was expecting maybe a couple people to be like, yeah, girl, I'm in a slump too. Child, everybody responded, okay? Literally handfuls of people. I'm gonna put some of them right here when I work on my editing skills. Handfuls of people were in a slump. And I don't know if it's like seasonal. For me, it's like, it's very intense at this time of year. I just had one of the best Christmases I've ever had, but I still feel seasonal depression. It's so annoying. Like, depression is just the most annoying planet. Like, I don't even know why you're here. What are you here for? What's the actual purpose? What's your reason? I'm not even particularly sad about anything specifically. Like, why are you bothering me? So that's annoying. But I want to say it made me feel better, because I don't want anyone else to feel this way, but it was just nice to see that there was a handful of people that had that same nagging feeling of like, wow, my mojo is gone. I'm in a slump. I feel unproductive. I don't know what to do with my business. I don't know where to start. I made some plans. I couldn't follow through with them. I mean, just the responses just not validating my feelings, because I talk to myself very like, girl, get yourself together, do what you got to do. But it just made me feel more human. Like, I'm not crazy to be overthinking all these things. Like, I'm not losing my mind. This is kind of normal, which is sad that it's normal. Even right now, I feel like I'm babbling, but I just feel like this is an important conversation. I don't even know what it all ties into. I don't know if it's a mental wellness conversation, like we all just need to get more therapy or get more sunshine or eat better, or just generally it's just life, especially for people who are entrepreneurs and you're dealing with your day-to-day life is not as stable as someone who has a set career, which even then, I don't really like to compare, because I've been on both sides of the coin. I've been an entrepreneur, working for somebody else, done them at the same time. I know what it all looks like, but it's the weirdest thing. Like, shout out to people that love their job. I actually had a job that I loved and I left it, which is crazy. But let's say you're miserable at your job, but you know, it has this stability factor. That's what really keeps people in miserable situations, is like having the stability factor. Whereas entrepreneurship and doing things on your own is such the complete opposite, because you don't have that stability factor, but you enjoy what you're doing and you want to do it. But it's also harder to follow through because there's no structure. You have to create your own structure. You have to follow your own schedule. If you get into a slump, you're just in the slump. You're just there. There's no one calling you up and saying, hey, you called out today, what's going on? There's none of that. So for me, particularly, I fell into a slump like right at the end of September, okay? And this made for like me feeling like I had this terrible Q4 as far as like my business is concerned, and some of the things that I needed to do, I did not plan properly, because I know how I get during this time of year, and it may literally be clinical. Like, I've been to therapy. I haven't been to therapy in a while due to the pandemic, which is not really the best excuse, but it's the truth. It may be something that's clinical, but I wasn't thinking in August and September, I was having the time of my life. It was my birthday. I went to Mexico. Me and my business partner had a gig in LA. I was having the time of my life. And then I just, like, Debo came and knocked me the hell out again. Like, so maybe I could have foresaw it, but it's hard to plan for a slump. So then once you're there, it's hard to get out of it. So for me, the slump just had all these residual effects of I wasn't being productive with my business. If you're the only one that works there and you're not being productive with it, what happens? There's no productivity. There's no, nothing is happening. Nothing's growing. There's no growth. There's no revenue. There's nothing. Nothing happens. It just sits there, just like you. You're sitting on the couch. The business is sitting on the couch right there with you. So it's a very hard place to be. And for me, I want to say, I hate when people are like, I'm a private person. I'm not a private person. I just have a lot of discretion. There's really no need for me to get on any platform and complain to anyone how I'm feeling, because to me, that's not productive. No, there's no one in the world that can change the way that you feel internally. Your happiness relies on you, and how you respond to your issues relies on you. So to me, it's like, I don't really burden people with, yeah, I've been in a slump for 5 to 6 weeks. I don't really, obviously my boyfriend, we live together. He can see clearly if I'm in something, but I don't really bother anyone with it. But I do, at the end of the day, feel like if someone else out there is feeling this, I don't want them to feel like they're losing their mind and they're like making it up, because it's a real thing. Do I have a solution for it? I don't. I get my mojo back at weird, sporadic times. Beyonce's publicist posts my business. Your girl took a shower, put a little Fenty skin blur on, threw a little sweater on, and I'm up in here making content. Like, it's crazy. There's no telling when I'll be in the mood to do it. I'm actually not even in the mood right now, but I'm doing it because Beyonce's publicist posted my business. So, girl, get your life together. It's really just random. But I said all that to say, I said a mouthful. If you feel like you're in a slump, if you feel like you lost your mojo, if you feel like you did piss poor planning and now you're seeing the consequences of that, do not beat yourself up. It is very normal. I think as a society, we just have to do a better job of really creating some type of balance in this life shit, where it's not like a rat race of doing the same thing every day, all the time. But in the meantime, I'm feeling excited about 2022. I'm feeling excited about setting my goals, about taking influencing and brand campaigns more serious, being more productive with my business, and planning out my year down to the T, down to December. So when my 2022 September slump creeps up and tries to debo me, I will be a little bit more ready. I'm not going to say I'll be perfectly prepared, but I will be a little bit more ready next time. Okay. So in the meantime, follow me on Instagram at She's Basically. Sometimes, very rarely, I'll talk about these things on Instagram, but again, it's really not my personality to get on the internet crying and screaming. Sometimes it is. Y'all have a good day.